Let's focus now on the St. Francis County Commissioner District 2 race, and we're joined now by the incumbent, David Kater. Thank you so much for being on the Parkland Podcast.
Well, thank you guys, man. I just thought you guys were like not needing anything to do with Dave Kater, and then it's like, man, going way back with these two, man, I've been so proud of you guys. This is awesome. I've been watching your podcast, and I have enjoyed immensely.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
When it comes to experience, David, you've got it, whether it be at the municipal level or the county level. Tell us about that.
Well, I say my public service career started actually in Terre-de-Lac, and I was on the fire department. I just joined the fire department and got on there a couple years, and then moved to Deloge and joined that fire department, and then got on the Chamber of Commerce and all the other activities that you could ever get involved in, and Jason knows as a young age when he was doing it. And Mark, I haven't known you as long as I've known Jason, but I remember the Prince of Cantwell. He was out there, and he would help with everything we had and the things that I went to. So hope I'm trying to keep this all in going in my timeline here, but you do that as a young age, and you can see from that public service is where you want to be, and that's where I see you guys all the time. That knowing what you guys do is great, and so after that, a couple years or a whole bunch of years, I think of 12 years worth on the chamber, I said. It's time to do something, and I knew they had an opening in the alderman spot, and Greg Camp, the mayor at the time, because rest in peace, the mayor had passed away. Gene, that was the mayor. Greg took his spot, and
Fritchie?
So what's that?
Fritchie?
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to say his name, and he passed away. Gene Bray.
Gene Bray.
Gene Bray.
That's right, yes.
And so Greg Camp took his spot, and Greg said, "Hey, would you like to be as an alderman?" And I said, "Well, they already got 2 firefighters on there, and you know how when they do the conflict of interest, I didn't want to say. I said I will run, but." He appointed Mrs. Bray. I went and talked to her about hey, nothing against you. I just want to get involved. I want to do something. I think this is my next step. So got involved in 2001 as an alderman. And in 2005, Greg decided to jump ship, retire from the mayor's world. And I said, I guess it's my time. So I ran and was mayor up until, 4 years ago. And then this spot... I ran against the incumbent and won, and I've been doing this for 4 years, and I just love this type of work. It's just what we do, a lot, and it's no agenda that I have. I've never been one of those to run. I want my alley paved, or I want this, this road fixed, or whatever. So. Just the love of the people and the love of our county, and I was like, man, I can go from just Deloge to the whole county and just bring everybody together. And I hope that was answering your question, but that's where we are, and I love what we do.
What are your goals if reelected? What are some things that you would like to see happen at the county level?
Well, we've got a lot of things heading in the right direction. We have a couple offices that are open. And they're of course not open, but they're running for different spots. So that means like the sheriff's race. I know everybody knows the sheriff's race. That's why they come to these big things, because the sheriff's race, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just little Dave, and we actually have to work side by side with the sheriff's department.
Sure.
So there's a lot of things, not a lot of things. There's some things there I'd like to see some things a little different. And I think any of those candidates that come in are going to be good to work with, right? So even the current, we're talking in like negotiations of we need to do this or we need to do that or whatever else. So not saying anything about any of them, but I think we'll be able to work with whoever comes in. We have to, first of all. So a couple of things there. I'd like to see us move in a certain direction. We have the Berry Road Bridge. How long has it been out? And for safety reasons, we got to get those kids off of the highway. Those buses, they will be able, when we get the bridge built, they'll be able to drop 3 bus routes, and that's crossing the highway on those. So we've got to get them off the highway. That Berry Road Bridge is very needs to, and we've sent out the bid. The state has picked. I think you guys were talking to Chris Crocker. You're going to. We have picked. They have picked because it's if you're using federal and state money, they get to say so, and who
Sure.
gets it? We don't get to say so. So this bridge will start soon. Cedar Run Bridge. It's going to be, and that's one that, like I said, the Berry Road Bridge I want to see. I'd love to be in here another term to see that thing finished to completion. So when the Cedar Run Bridge is a low water crossing, we don't get any BRO funds, and we could talk about BRO funds all day long. You guys probably familiar, but it comes from the state. They give you money. You don't get any of that for low water crossing. So we're at 100% out of our budget for that bridge. So it was kind of hard to get it going, but we got it going, and it started. They laid the deck. I went down and watched how they lay those 28,000 pounds a piece. I'm like, oh my gosh! So laying them with a crane, that was awesome. Bridge beams. See, I get excited when we talk about this stuff. I'm ramped up. There's others as infrastructure. We're working on ways of expanding our money for infrastructure. Because right now, when you got your budget and you're good for 15 miles, 20 miles of road, but we've got 450 miles of road that we've got to take care of. So there's got to be a way to do that. So we're getting a little how can you say it? Tweaking, and I hate to say tweaking, but we're getting the numbers, in our way, and hopefully be able to do that. We've got a great road and bridge crew, and they do a great job with our infrastructure. If you've been around our county compared to some other counties, it's like you're driving on some really nice stuff. Don't tell everybody, because in this job you don't make everybody happy, but we're trying, and we're going to do our best, and I would love to continue. I'd love to get your vote and continue that next 4 years.
Just real quick.
Yes.
St. Francis County is growing by leaps and bounds. That
Yes.
brings its own set of problems, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. We are yours. Now, you may not know this, but we're either the smallest Class 1 county or right there real close. So we're like, and if you want to say, we're the ones that are on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to some financial help and stuff, but we've gotten a lot of federal and state money this last 4 years. We got $13 million on on that ARPA grant, and we were able to double that with matching funds, and we've never ever been able to do that before. Even here in the municipality, we never could take federal money and match it with the state money that we got, or the state money and match it with the federal money. So it comes with a large amount of problems, because you're trying to stay up with those Class 1 counties and trying to do what's best for the county as a whole. So it does bring its own challenges, but that's what we're in there for, and that's why we're able, and meeting with the other commissioners from around the CMO. I go to that thing every month. It's the CMO commissioners meeting, and you find out that we're not the only ones with all these problems. But we're trying. Just call me, and I will listen to you at least.
How do we find out more about your campaign?
Man, you can call me at 573-701-6006, or you can get on my campaign, Kater for Commissioner 2024, or ask my wife.
That's what I always do too. David Kater, running for District 2 Commissioner.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
your time, sir.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
And I
you.
appreciate what you guys are doing.